Hi, hello. You know what I thought about doing very last minute for my 12 months, 12 self-portraits? A get ready with me and then taking the photos. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a get ready with me, yeah, plus take self-portraits. This will also be my current everyday makeup routine. This is like the one I can do if I have time. It takes me roughly 20 minutes. I think I can do it in 10 if like I really have to go, but then I usually like skip out on like a couple steps, like 20-ish minutes. So first up, I always glue my brows up because I do that every day because it just makes such a difference to my face. Like if I could only do one thing to my face every day, it would have to be my eyebrows. This has been my go-to pretty much every day. It's like the Roundup sunscreen but with a tint. So it does feel a little bit different. And as you can see, it's like a peachy pink. And you do look a little bit crazy at first, I must admit. Life, I want to talk about life updates, everything, because why not? Life advice, how everything's been going. I feel like I keep going in between these, like, now I'm doing so much and I feel so productive, to not doing enough and feeling like I'm behind. And it's like I know what to do, but sometimes I just end up sitting there on my computer and just staring at the screen. Yeah, it does look a little bit crazy until it's like fully set. But this is like a great day when like you don't want to wear foundation. I think it gives like a really nice even layer. Honestly, this looks like a skin tint and it has sunscreen in it, so like I know this is contradicting, but I'm gonna go wash my hands. Like I'm very much like the type of person that just wants to do everything at once, but obviously I can't do that. Like some days I wake up and I'm like full of energy and I'm like, yeah, let's get the day going, woo, did way too much powder, whatever. And then other days I wake up tired and so unmotivated, and I know that's pretty normal. It's just like I think having a good work ethic is really important because like yeah, you should push through and work even though you don't want to work right now, but you also have to understand like when enough is enough, and I think that's really challenging. Yesterday I had a really good day, but I didn't get much like done as I wanted to get done, so I felt bad about that, and I had to go on like a really long walk and just be like, you know, like, hey, you're absolutely allowed to feel this way. Like you're allowed to be tired. A lot of different things are happening in your life right now, both good, like a lot of good things. I work best in the mornings, and currently unfortunately I am well enough off that I can work in the time frames that work better for me. I don't have to go to like an actual 9 to 5 for 8 hours and then like really go push myself and do some work for the remaining 2 hours of my day. Like I don't have to do that. Like I know what times work best for me, and that's awesome, and I love that I can work in the morning, but it's like I feel like it takes so little and then I'm just like thrown off balance. Like even today I did something a little bit out of my usual morning routine, and I was like, oh, do I really have to go on a walk, do all these like self-care things? Like do I really want to go take these portraits? Because I do like the results of my self-portrait, but I also do find that I'm getting a little bit annoyed taking only photos of myself because I've been working on other things, so I haven't really been taking photos that often. And I think I realized on the walk, like I really miss just taking portraits for fun. Like I look back at my work from a couple years ago and I still really love those images, and it's like those were just fun to do. And even though it took a while and you spent like a couple hours editing them and going through them and all that, like you ended up with like it was just fun. And it would just be like, hey, do you want a model for this concept I have? Or like sometimes I'd literally just show up to my friend's place and just be like, yeah, this would look cool, and oh, can you do this and can we do that? It's like, yeah, like I basically just miss being creative. I also think this whole social media space is tough for someone like me because it's like I have all these interests and I want to combine them all. I want to talk about all of them, but it's like that's also not the best like businessy advice. It's like I just want to talk about all the different aspects of my life, but it's like I also can't do that, and I'm also trying to be private. Also, side note, I'm wearing my hair in natural today. I think it looks pretty good. So, like, I know this, like, part of it is just, like, just click post and just, like, roll with it, YOLO. But, like, there also has to be, like, some strategy to the chaos, which is, very fun. Do I add? Okay, I'm gonna add a bit of this creamy touch eyeliner and just, like, add it underneath because I do want it a bit darker. I find that when I put it, like, directly under my eyes, it creates, like, a line. No shit. But I want it to be, like, it's like a darker, I'm not sure, a bit darker today. Probably, it just, I don't know, it just looks fun. I also don't understand how people can plan like extremely far ahead. Or like, just like pack their bags and go on a trip on their own. Ugh, I hate that. I'm very much, like, I like planning, but I also find planning makes me really tired and it makes me really overwhelmed really, really quickly. So it's like if I have something that's like scheduled, like, oh, can you be for this meeting at this time? It's like, yeah, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. But when it's like I am solely responsible for my tasks and planning my day, like I have a completely free day, I find that really challenging. The only thing that I think works is currently my gym schedule. Like my fitness schedule is very cohesive, and maybe I should be taking the same advice from my gym schedule and applying it to my work life. Maybe that would be something that would help. Because with my gym schedule, it's very like the same, and I've programmed it the way I've done it because I know it works for me. So maybe I should be doing that. I do also understand, like, with creating content consistently, you need to plan ahead and you need filming days. And, like, I just need to get back on the grind, but it's so hard, like, because I want to do everything. And I know if I just, like, planned ahead and actually did the planning properly, and it would make my life so much easier. And I think I am getting there. It's just a challenge to keep up with that schedule. Also, if you're ever in Korea, get these, like, glitter gel pots. They're so good. They don't really, if you have eyeshadow on, they don't really work well on like top of your lids. Like I find they crease the makeup, but if you just have like nothing underneath, I don't, like if it's just like a neutral color like I have currently, it's like this brown shade, it doesn't rub off. I've also been extremely into Korean style makeup. I'm just obsessed. Like I definitely think my makeup is very inspired by that. Also, it was like I'm like generally a type of person for like putting on like eyeliner and doing like the full out makeup. It's just too tiring for me. So I have been working on getting more piercings. I recently got 2 new ones, the 2 helixes, which is very fun. I also want to do more video projects for sure. I love doing video. Really fun, and it's a different challenge. And yeah, I just haven't explained my concept for today. I was talking with someone and I was like, oh, what should my May concept be? I did have something else in mind as well, so I might do like a mix, but he was like, yeah, let's you should use a mirror. And I was like, okay, bet. That is the inspiration for May. I think in June I'm going to Copenhagen, but that's probably not the greatest because it's like end of June and I do need like enough time to be able to take the photos and edit them. But it would be kind of fun to take some but it would be kind of fun to take photos at the place I'm gonna be staying at for Copenhagen. Would you be interested in like a day vlog? I'm only going for Thursday and I'm considering if I should vlog it because that sounds fun. I'm also going to Bali, so that is also very fun. I feel like this blush gets a lot of hate, but I think it's because people are not using it correctly. With this blush, I find that you don't need a lot, you just need to pump out a little bit. And then I really blend it into the brush before applying it to my cheeks. If you're considering getting this, just get the mini. This is like 20 milliliters. I think the small one's like 10 mil. Like I think that one will honestly work better. I think I am gonna powder today just because I don't want to look like an oily mess. I'm really focusing it on the center of my cheeks. I've been making it look like I have a sunburn, and while that definitely has its time and place, I just want to look a little nicer. A little less sunburned to me. Honestly, I feel like I need more blush. Back to the whole work thing. I was thinking about it. It's like, it sucked. Like, how you feel about it, but I definitely think it's better to, instead of being like working really hard, like take like let's just say Monday, and just like working like for 6 hours straight, getting a bunch of stuff done, but then like the rest of your week you're getting absolutely nothing done, or like barely anything done. I think it's more productive that you get a little bit done every day of the week, like Monday, Friday, or Monday to Saturday, or whatever the fuck. 'Cause I also do think it's important to have one like rest day of the week, whatever that looks like to you. I also think putting in a rest day is also kind of hard, because it's like, ugh, what is like a rest day? Because at least for me, I know personally, like I can't do like a 100% rest day, and I also don't think they are necessarily the best. But every person's like version of rest is different. Like if you ask one of my friends, he'd be like, oh, like a rest day for me would just be like laying in bed and doing nothing and not even washing my face and all that. It's like I could never. But I do think rest for me is just doing things I normally wouldn't do in like my everyday life, or like hobbies, and still having like somewhat of a routine. I do want to make like a rest day routine, because I think that would be a really interesting video to look at. And I'm happy that my hair is turning out pretty cute. I don't know how I managed that. I literally just washed it, did conditioner, 5 minutes. I think it's because I started washing my hair out with cold water, and I swear it's been doing a difference. I don't know how, but it has somehow made a difference in my hair. It's just so much softer when I do that. Like, I'm not complaining, so I am also gonna be a little bit brave after I'm done powdering, because I recently got a brightening powder. And I did try it the other day, and I was like, oh my god, very good. I don't know what the goal of this is. Maybe just to get some spots out. I hate saying this, but I do think one of the best things anyone can do for themselves is working on their mindset. And that looks different to everybody, but I definitely find that if I am overstimulated and overwhelmed over whatever it is, I do find that going on a walk is very helpful. Preferably without technology. And just like, I think talking to yourself is a great tool just for life in general. Like, I talk a lot, so that's not a problem to me. I don't mind talking. I talk a lot. I think talking to yourself is important. Just being like, hey girl, you good? Talking to other people, friends that you trust, is also important, but I think being able to also talk with yourself is really important. Like, I was overwhelmed here the other day, and I really wanted to talk to a friend, but they couldn't, so I just had to talk with myself instead, and I actually felt good about it, because sometimes it's actually better if you have the conversation with yourself and analyzing yourself, rather than having the conversation with somebody else who might have some opinions and thoughts that you may not enjoy. Alright, we're gonna be trying the brightening powder again. And I even got the correct brush for it. Apparently you need like a dense brush like that. I'm gonna start like around like here in my nose. So yeah, I'm gonna try it like that. Is so interesting. Brightening powder is so funny. I think it's doing something. Imagine this looks horrible on camera. I didn't really think about that. Look right under the eyes. I have really bright naturally under eyes, which I think that did something. Yeah, I think it makes everything look really smooth. Yeah, that definitely did something. Oh my god. Not as much on in person, but being on the camera does work really well. Oh my god. I'm gonna put some on my nose and then the bridge. It does like a little rough around like here. But I just think it's important to acknowledge that people have different goals and work things, and like I also have to remind myself, like, this is a one-man show. I'm doing all of these things on my own. By the way, this highlighter from Canmake is really nice. I just started using it. Like, it has like a putty texture, which is really interesting. Get a little goldy highlight. I'll dip my brush in there and just go to town. It never looks good the first time around, because when I clean my makeup brushes, I mean, it's there, so it's cute. Actually, I'm gonna try layering on the other new blush I got, the one by Glint. I wish I got one of these in like a different shade, because they're both like goldy. That's very bright. Anyways, yeah, I don't know if that was helpful in any way. I don't really feel like taking myself portraits, to be honest, but I know we have to do it. It's still wet, but I think that's fine. But yeah, the curls are looking pretty good, pretty nice. But yeah, we're gonna set it up, see how we feel, and then we're gonna be shooting with my Sony Cybershot because it's just such a fun camera to shoot with. I have a mirror set up there. It's actually my parents'. Well, it used to be mine, but I am not going to lie. I really wasn't feeling myself when taking these photos to start with, but I do want to talk about how to feel more confident when taking self-portraits, while obviously taking the self-portraits that you're currently seeing. You should always, before taking photos, have a concept. This can be a singular photo or it can be a whole mood board with everything written down for posing, lighting, outfit, etc. But you should have some form of a concept down. You obviously want to feel your best, so get ready in whatever way that feels most natural to you. Do your hair, do your makeup, really get in the mood, and also take your time. It's a fun process. Music is a very hit or miss for me personally. I think sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not. I started putting on my normal everyday music I listen to, like metal and stuff, and it just wasn't working, so I did just put on some lo-fi, and that was much more relaxing. And the final point is get creative. Regardless if you have a whole concept planned out or not, I think if you get an idea on the spot, just run for it and do it in the moment. And here is the final result. I really liked how these turned out. I think the blurriness and the overall vibe was definitely met from my inspiration pictures, and I just love how they turned out, so that's wonderful. So that's going to be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more, you can watch my last video about my April shoot. Please remember to be kind to yourself and others, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!